Hey guys, in this video I'm going to teach you how we can draw route from source location to destination location. Okay, so let's start. So firstly I'm going to open user application, and first we have to create one page. Okay, so just I'm going to create project inside this location folder. So just open this and create one dart file, and the file name will be draw routes. Okay, draw route screen, and then import material.dart here. Okay, and here we will use stateful widget, and then now I'm going to use safe area here, and after this safe area I'll use scaffold, and as you know that scaffold will accept body. And now I'm going to take one center, and inside this center we will take one dummy text. Okay, and just put semicolon here, and now I'm going to add route of this page. Okay, so just open page constant and then duplicate this, and here we will use draw route screen, and just copy this and paste here. Okay, and just open this one generated route and then duplicate this case, add one more case here. Okay, and just change this with draw route screen, and then here just call draw route screen. Okay, so we have also successfully created these routes of this page. Okay, now I'm going to open the search location, and here we will pass latitude and longitude to draw route screen. Okay, so in the search location I'm going to, okay, now I'm not going to pass any data. Okay, actually I only work on draw route screen. So here firstly we have to take four variables. Okay, one for the start latitude, start longitude, and second one for the start longitude, and third will be end latitude, and fourth will be end longitude. Okay, so now just I'm going to create this, and these all are the types of double. So here start latitude, and you can define any latitude, but I am going to use my latitude. Okay, so my custom latitude. Okay, and this will be end latitude and longitude, sorry, start longitude. Okay, and similarly we will use for end latitude and longitude. Okay, you can search from Google Map, and you can write any latitude and longitude. Okay, so start latitude, start longitude, and longitude, we have four variables. Now I am going to take more variables for markers point. So markers on map. Okay, so we will take map variable here and just pass marker id, and the second parameter will be marker, and this will be the type of array. Okay, so basically I'll store all the markers inside this and just import uh, and just import these all. Okay, so you can see error, no errors now. Okay, and one more variable will take here for polyline points. Okay, and one more variables to store polyline. Okay, like marker. So just here we will use map and then polyline, polyline id, and then here we will use polyline. Okay, and the object name will be polylines. Okay, yes, it's fine. Okay, and now I am going to create some controller. Okay, so here I'll use final completer and then pass Google Map controller here. Okay, and this will be the controller. Okay, and here we will use completer and just import this Google Map controller. Okay, and here we will use Google Map controller, map controller. Now it's fine. Just add one init state, and here we will call some methods. Okay, to set markers, to set polylines or get polylines, or we will calculate distance between two coordinates where we are drawing the lines. Okay, so firstly we will create set markers method. Okay, and then we will create one more method to get polylines which we have added. Okay, for to add polyline we will create one more method, and to add markers we will create one more method here. And here calculate distance, we will calculate the distance between two coordinates, start latitude, start longitude, and end latitude and longitude between these. Okay, and here we will use one more variable, distance. And now I am going to create this method. Okay, calculate distance. To calculate distance, so here we will use where result equals to await, because this is the type of async, and here we will use geolocator dot calculate distance between, then just pass start latitude here. So our start latitude is this start latitude. Okay, so similarly we will pass start longitude and latitude and longitude. Okay, and after this just write distance equals to result divided by 1000 to get kilometer. Okay, and just change to integer. Now one method is completed, so our next method is to add marker. Okay, so we will create one method to add markers. So here add marker, and marker will take some parameter. We will send some parameter into this method. So the first parameter will be lat long, and the second parameter will be id we will pass, and the third parameter will be icon we will pass. So bitmap descriptor, and the fourth parameter will be we will pass a snippet, we will pass title. Okay, and here we will use marker id, and then pass id here. Okay, which we are getting from, okay, this id. And then now I'm going to use marker here, and in the place of marker id we will use here marker, okay, marker id. We will use this marker id. Okay, and after this marker id I am going to write icon. So the icon will be descriptor, this descriptor. Okay, and then the position, so the position will be this position, lat long position, and then we will use info window here to show this title. Okay, so info window, and then title will be this title. Okay, now our add marker function is also completed. So now I'm going to okay, but before we need to define our markers, and then just pass marker id here. Okay, and then we will use this marker which we have created. Actually I am adding this marker inside this list. Okay, markers list with the help of this marker id. So this is the method of add marker. So similarly I am going to create one more method, set marker. Okay, and this will be the type of async. This will be the set markers. Okay, and this is the type of async. So here I'll use add marker method and just pass position id and description and title. Okay, so the position will be, firstly I am going to arrange this all. So the position will be lat long, and then start latitude, start longitude, start longitude. Okay, and in the place of id we will use any text, like I am using source, and in the place of descriptor I will send icon from here. Okay, so we will get icon from bitmap descriptor dot from assets, because we have image inside asset. So here we will use image configuration, and then size. So size will be 48, and here we will pass asset path. So our image is inside this asset images and then marker. Okay, so here we will use assets images and then marker dot png. Okay, and in the place of title we can use source location. Okay, so this is the way to add marker. So similarly we will create one more marker, we will add one more marker. Okay, for destination. Okay, so destination, and this will be the destination location. Now it's, and this will be the and latitude and longitude. Okay, and now our next point is to create one more method to add polylines. Okay, so just create add polylines method, and it will take some parameter. We will pass some parameter here. So first parameter will be in the form of list, and this will be the type of lat long. So here we will use polylines, polyline coordinates, and now we will use polyline id here. Okay, and just pass name. Okay, so this will be the poly, and here we will use polyline and then we will use polyline again, and this will, and here we need to pass this polyline id. Okay, so just pass this id here, and then what we can do, after this id we will have to pass points. Okay, so the point will be polyline coordinates points which we are getting from here. Okay, and after this we can set width of the routes. Okay, width of the line, so I am assigning as 3, no 4. Okay, width 4 is okay. Okay, and now I am going to add this polyline to this list which we have created. Okay, polylines, here I'll use with the help of id. So here we will use polylines, and then we will use id here. Okay, and then we will pass this polyline. Okay, so our add polyline method is also created. Now I am going to create set polyline method, get polyline method. Okay, we have already added this polyline, and now I am going to get all the get polylines. Okay, so just create one method, and this will be the type of async. So here we will use list, and this will be the type of lat long, and now we will use polyline coordinates, and here pass blank array, and then we will use polyline result, and then await, and then here we will use polyline points. Okay, and with the help of this we will get routes between two coordinates. Okay, and here we need to pass Google API key which we have kept inside a confidential dot file. Okay, and here we need to define origin location and destination location. So just pass our Google API key. So Google API key is inside confidential.google map API key, and in the place of origin we will use point lat long, and then here we need to pass start latitude and start longitude. Okay, similarly we will use here point latitude, and then here will be and latitude and longitude. Okay, so now it's fine. Okay, I think get polyline. Okay, and now the travel mode will be you can set any, but I am using driving now, so I have selected this driving. Okay, and after this I am going to check it is empty or not. Okay, so if result dot is not empty, if result dot points dot is not empty, okay, then result dot points dot for each we will use. Okay, so here we will use for each, and then here point lat long, and then point lat long, and then here polyline coordinates dot add, and then we will use lat long, and here we have to pass this point lat long, latitude and longitude. Okay, so point lat long dot latitude and point lat long dot longitude. Okay, and in the else condition I am going to just simply print error. Okay, so here and just put semicolon here, and then after this I am going to write add polylines and just pass this polyline coordinate. Okay, here. So our code is, I think our functions are completed. We need to add one more code. Okay, to show markers over the map. So firstly I am going to create Google map over our UI, and we will show both location, source location and destination location with routes. Okay, so here I'll use stack, and this will be the type of widget, and now I'm going to, and here we will use click behavior click dot none. Okay, and here we will use Google map, and in the initial camera position we will use camera position here, and it will accept target and zoom. Okay, so zoom will be 12 and the target will be lat long, and here we need to pass start latitude and start longitude. Okay, means we need to pass the current location where we want to, which we want to place, which we want to show over the map, okay, as a current location. So here, after this, I am going to enable or disable some parameters, okay, like I am going to disable compass enabled, okay, and then I am going to disable building enabled. Similarly, we will disable traffic enabled, okay, and now I am going to set polylines which we have created. So here we will use set, and then here we will use polylines, and then dot of, and in the place of element we will pass polylines dot, okay, polylines dot value, okay. Okay, so similarly we will pass marker here. So here we will use set marker dot off, and then here we will use markers dot value, okay. So we have successfully added polyline and marker into our Google Map, okay. And now I am going to use on map created method here, and this will take Google Map controller. So just use this controller, and then here we will use controller dot add controller dot complete, and then we will pass this controller, okay. So just we have successfully created our Google Map, and we have implemented marker and polyline also. And now I am going to show the distance, okay. So here position from top will be 8 and right will be 8, and here I am going to use one card, and inside card we will take one container, and inside container we will use padding, and the padding will be 8, and we will take child text, and here we will use distance, and the distance will be distance kilometer. So our code is completed. Now I am going to check whether it is working or not. So I am going to run this application, okay. But before this I have to create navigation, okay. So just open search location page, and here no, just open home page, home screen, and from where we are navigating to location search page. So I am going to change with draw route screen, okay. So we will navigate this screen from home page, okay. So now I am navigating from home screen to draw route screen, okay, instead of search location screen. So just run this application and check whether it is working or not. Here you can see we are getting null, but map loaded successfully. Okay, and no directions we are getting, so I'm going to check why it is not working. So here just go inside draw routes, and then I'm going to replace all the latitude and longitude. So just remove this previous lat long, and here I'm going to check start latitude, start longitude, and latitude and longitude, and start longitude. Okay, and actually I forgot to add set state here. Okay, so just add set state inside or add polyline method. Okay, now I'm going to run this application and check whether it is working or not. So you can see this is working fine. Okay, and we have two coordinates. Okay, and the line also showing. Okay, but the marker is not showing. I think we have to check assets, images, and then marker.png. Okay, marker is not there, so it is not showing. So we have to add marker. So I have already that marker. So where I have added marker image here. Okay, and I have run this application. Okay, and now you can see marker is visible now. Okay, and when I'll click this marker, then the snippet is showing like destination location and source location. Okay, and the distance is also showing here. Yeah, so our code is also working fine. If you like the video, then like, share and subscribe my channel.